it was 2 weeks ago, so you have a little idea. But here we go. Hello and welcome everybody back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, as we carry on our tabletop RPG series of Warhammer Fantasy, Mordheim, City of the Damned. Yeah, too much of a mouthful. In the last episode, our group of adventurers had done battle with the leader of the warband and possibly the remains of his warband, Eric Malleus, the leader of the warband of the Wolf. Our group of adventurers had done pretty bloody well, cutting down the undead enemies and even a few living ones. Azurath being the only member of the party at the moment who has taken serious damage. But the last move that our characters saw was Ted moving forwards towards Eric. And upon seeing this pathetic little wastrel of a peasant, Eric showed his fangs and released his inner beast, but Ted stood strong. How long he will last, we shall see, as it is Eric's turn. And, well, sorry, Ted. What's his movement? Let me just double check this. Okay.
He can charge.
Oh, I'll straighten him around. So, he charges Eric. But fortunately, Eric can defend himself. Eric can defend himself. Ted can defend himself. So all is not lost, I believe. Ooh, and with the first attack and his charge, he actually misses. Ted being quite surprised that maybe he was just a bit perturbed at Ted's defiance. It has, so she loses that now. As Remy takes her attack against the white, does Remy have multiple attacks? Huh, she does. Marvellous. She does she elects to do a quick attack with both attacks being against the target. So she does 2 attacks. She is going to elect to use a fortune point to re-roll the 100. Okay. So she hits with 1 attack. Does the undead white manage to parry?
Wait, Damatus is a she?
Are you saying she?
Sorry, not Damatus, Remy.
You said Remy. It's just.
Oh, yes.
It's wrong.
So
Using Damatus she because you put them on the same.
yeah, they've got different equipment, but they are essentially the same person. The white fails its parry. There aren't any whites for a while. So, damage. Really, Remy? You
I don't think.
rolled a
I
2.
just think if you clicked the impact button.
So
I know
it's
it's
not
tiring, so it
her
stops
first.
counting.
Yeah, it's not her first attack. Only counts for the first. So 6. Wait. Why would? There we go. So I believe only a tiny bit goes through. Not that much. That much. What have the bloody rain be doing up there? Because they haven't seemed to have done a lot.
You kind of forgot about them.
No, they've been doing shit, but it's been like, I try to kill a guy, I miss. He tries to kill me, he misses. I try to kill
yeah.
a guy, I miss.
Ah,
We've been slaughtering stuff, and they've just been stuck on the other side of the compound against like 4 skeletons.
Miss Lysiara, it is your turn.
I have a question. Can I stand, let me just check if it's correct, right over here? Or is the barrel on my way?
No, I'll allow that.
So
You just sit on the barrel.
I'm gonna have to move there, and now that I have a vision of... I forgot his name.
Eric.
I'm going to... Eric, yes, sorry. I am going to concentrate, because... I mean, if that dies, That's gonna be fun.
Fair enough. So you move into position and begin to
I'm gonna-
concentrate.
I'm gonna fortune, because come on. That's better. Okay, I have move and I start concentrating.
Okay. So the bandit on the other side of the field, he's going to take a shot at Billy Bob. Oh, actually, I remember. I didn't need to forget. First things first, the mercenary crossbowman. He's going to get a shot. Technically, he is where he does have skill, so it's only a half action. So yeah, he's doing a half action shot. He hits the bandit finally in the leg, which is protected by masonry. So, unlucky crossbowman. The bandit, who is up in the tower, is going to take a shot at Billy Bob. It's at extreme range, which is a -20. He has the talent marksman, so with a half aim, he gets a +20 bonus. So, rolling flat. He misses Billy Bob. Billy Bob, an arrow comes quite close to you. Is there another bandit? No, all the bandits are dead except from him. Joy. Damatus is up. Damatus is also going to elect to do a multi-attack. But he is... so that no longer has impact either. Oh no, sorry, it's slow, not tiring. He is going to attack the same one that Remy is attacking now. So he does his attacks flat. And... oh joy. So it can't parry. It's already used its parry. It's dead. It's dead. Let me just check. Yeah, no, without doubt, it's quite deceased. So that one is off the turn timer. Oh crap! I forgot. You've got a dwarf. You have a dwarf with you.
Yeah, we have Drusden or whatever was his name.
Drusden.
I actually get that.
Was it Drusden or Dims? I'll give you that. It'll be
Dimson.
Dimson.
It's Dimzad, I think, because I remember
Something
it's
with a D.
distinctively World of Warcrafty.
I've got all of their names written down. It's just he's not a key player. He hasn't turned up enough times, so it's like, well.
Oh, I remember he was drunk hitting on me.
So he's going to take a shot at the bandit up here, because he is in range. I don't remember having him fired in quite some time. He's been hanging around at the back, so I'm just going to give him his half aim. Don't blow yourself up. He uses his fate to re-roll, because that would be an explosion. Well, it'd be a roll on the misfire chart. Shall I? No, you guys need him. He should spend his fortune. He hits him in the left arm. You cannot parry. Ooh. 13. His toughness is... okay.
Oh, and he and Hagrid are the same person too?
Yeah. Yeah. I've made many character sheets, but the extra
Family,
ones...
really, it's fine.
When you need generic characters, you just pull existing sheets.
It's true. I'm not judging or anything.
I just didn't plan on having a load of dwarfs, so I was like, well, yeah, they're about right. It'll be okay.
It's the only reason we know that you're using another sheet is because Fantasy's like, yeah, I have to roll with everybody's names.
Yeah, I do actually understand now why they don't have an NPC sheet. Like, I actually quite like it, because, so in all my other games, I've made custom character sheets for everyone. Every character. But the game never, in the Dark Heresy, it never remembers, it doesn't roll with the character's name. So I was like, oh well, never mind. It's only Fantasy that does, and it's like, you bastard. The one time. Plus, I managed to stall for enough time to open the character sheet, and and he misses. Fucking God.
Did he just try? Oh, it's melee.
Yeah, melee attack.
I thought it was saying parry. I was like, what?
So Miss Wilhelma, the white against you, swings its sword and misses. Mr. Billy Bob, you are up. An archer from the tower over to your right, your upper right, is still firing at you. But there is a -30 if you -20 if you want to shoot at him.
Extreme range is -30, and you have to aim at them.
I thought it was a -20 extreme.
No, I just got the page open. It's 132 extreme range. You have to aim at them, and you take a -30 even with the aim.
Oh, okay. I misremembered that then.
Oh, I actually never had a pistol.
I'm pretty sure in Dark Heresy it's only like a -20.
I
Which
thought
is,
that
again-
I thought that a marksmanship skill where it gave you a +20 was a way of the game. So it gives you a +10 on your half aim, was a way of counteracting that minus. But I guess there's another bonus. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, the bandit definitely wouldn't have missed. But Billy Bob, you are up. Who are you going to fire at? Billy Bob, Mr. Joker.
Play the private beat.
Joker.
Okay, Miss
Initiate Iliad.
Miss Wilhelma, do you want to take your turn?
Yeah. I would like to come to the Ted's rescue, but I'm not sure how. Can I just step over the body?
You are engaged
Yeah, you're
with
in
the white
combat.
I
next
know.
to you.
I am aware.
You're also leaving me alone with it with a dagger.
You can, if you wanted to move over the body, you can. It would probably give you a -10 to your dodge if you're stood on a body, but I would allow it because, you know, you're stepping in between. If you just want to step over it, then sure, it's not going to impede you in that.
I think. Yeah, no, Dawn's right. I should finish him first. I can never remember. Is the +10 for standard attack in fantasy or just Dark
No,
Heresy?
just Dark Heresy.
But +10 for gang up.
Yeah, +10
I
for
forgot
gang
about
up.
+10, but that's a fail anyway.
Okay, you're not gonna reload.
Did you aim?
No, I'm gonna fortune that. Whatever. I have 2 fortune points.
Say, did you aim or are you attacking twice?
I can't attack twice. Wait. I
If you
can
got
aim with a melee weapon.
yes, you can always aim with a melee weapon.
I'm gonna still re-roll that because otherwise that would be cheeky. But so
You
that's
can
+20.
you can add the aim on. That's fine because it's you've just got another.
In
half
which
action.
case it would be a hit, barely, but barely, and then ignore that roll. So yeah.
So
That would
the
be a
first,
hit.
so the first
The
one would
target
have
number
been.
be 69 and you roll 70.
Oh yeah, so I'd miss.
+10 first. Don't forget,
I'm still gonna.
Right,
It's a
still
what?
plus
gonna
tw-
fortune.
it's a +20 to the original roll though.
So
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't have +10. Okay, in that case, sure.
The white tries to parry, but fails dramatically. He fails, and I'm going to let him drop his shield. Because it was close enough to a critical fail, I feel.
I am not dishing out a lot of damage.
I forgot you are fast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you hit him in the body for 7 damage. Okay, You chip away at its armour, hitting the bone, but it doesn't seem to do a massive amount. Billy Bob is definitely not here. Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on with our Mr. Billy Bob today, but something is.
I think he's just got back. I don't know what the fuck's up. Does he realize he's in the Stasis chamber?
Probably Winds of Magic.
Billy Bob
Let me
has
just drag his ass back here.
Billy Bob has frozen in place. Just doesn't know what to do.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
He's got music playing at least.
Mr.
I think maybe,
Azurf.
but I think one of his mates is like they interrupted him.
Yeah.
I need to get fucking Eric.
Can you run that far?
I can. Is it? Oh, hold on.
Because I thought you were like massively encumbered.
I no longer am.
Oh. Then yeah, he charges double your move. You can... Maybe?
I can make it to there.
Okay.
Fucking Ted is standing in the way.
If you run, you can get all the way to touching the guy, but run.
Yeah, sure, I'll fucking run.
I will point out, you do realise if you're right next to him, you are within melee range, so he can strike out at you without moving.
Yeah, but
I am. That's Ted, and I have parry.
Okay. You do remember what happens when you run into combat, right? That rule still applies in Warhammer Fantasy as well.
Fuck it. Oh, fuck it. Let's do it.
Oh, like
He
his
gets-
fucking
he gets a-
armor, you'll be fine.
Okay. Miss Gabrielle, you are up.
well, seeing that Ted's got someone helping him, And we really need to discuss it.
Eric.
let's murder the foe. I also realised, if it weren't fact in my offhand, my shield would be better for hitting people with, again. But I'm going to attack. I'm not going to aim, though.
I'm back, sorry.
It cannot dodge, so have your attack.
I rolled really well.
You strike at it from the opposite side as it fails to parry this Wilhelm's attack, and you jab your dagger into its bony side. Into its bony. Oh bollocks! I forgot what word I was going to use then. Joints, and you try and
Rectum.
break it away, but sadly only a small amount of damage gets in.
I still think bony rectum would have been better.
It doesn't have a rectum.
Mr. Billy Bob, I will be generous and I will allow you to take your turn now. On the upper right-hand side of the map, there is a bandit in a little fort, in a tower. He shot at you. You can shoot at him. There is a -30 for trying to shoot at him, or you can attack any number of the people around you.
Is that because of the range, or...?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in extreme range. You can move closer and get an easier shot.
But also, if you want to shoot him at extreme range, you have to aim at him. And that still gives you the -30.
No, you so the way I read it is you do minus off your aim against so it would be for Billy Bob without marksman, it'd be a -20 overall if he aimed because otherwise, even at high levels, there's no point shooting at extreme range.
That's supposed to be the point.
So you doing a full move, Billy Bob?
Yep.
Right. Oh, Mr. Ted. Mr. Ted. Hang on. Right. I don't need your sheet. I don't need your sheet. I had Ted's open. Ah, there. No. Did I? Oh. Ted, come here. Right. So, Ted still only has one attack, so he doesn't have. Does he have actually anything that he can use here? No. He could flee. He has flee. Shall he flee? He will attack with a +10. And he misses. Sorry, Ted. Oh crap, I've got to open up bills.
Did you get ganging up?
Azurath isn't in combat at the moment. He's next.
Oh, okay.
He's next to the combat, but he hasn't engaged. Oh bollocks! Sorry. Who did I roll then? Did I roll? No, I did roll Ted. Because it's now Bill's turn. Bill. Who can you see? Well, actually, you can see him over there. 21. That's within range. I mean, he is. Well, it's a bow, so he could do. Oh no, that dude's dead. Yeah, I'll allow it. So. And Ted misses. Like the little failure he is. It is now the bandit's turn. The bandit, I believe, last turn, had his weapon fuck up. So he can spend, I believe I said it was going to be another full action. So he can spend 3 full turns trying to unjam his weapon and reload it, or he's going to go with or. He's going to... Does he have quick hands? No, he does not. So, readying a weapon is a half action, isn't it? So he can half action, put his pistol away, draw his bow, and then half action, knock an arrow. And I believe he's the only bandit left, isn't he? Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. Never mind. Ooh. Eric. Eric is going to elect to split his attacks. He's going to do one on Ted and one on Azurath. He will do the one on Azurath first, which is a +20.
Fortuning that.
Sure. Check your character sheet under your items. Is there anything that can help you here?
Like what?
Something with an L.
Huh?
I will take that as a no. Never mind.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that has that.
I have leather stuff, but
Never mind.
What?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that has that.
I mentioned Lucky Charms when the shop was when you guys were resupplying. He rolls damage. 14 to the right arm.
let's see. Right arm, 6 damage resistance. I take 8 damage. I am a -3.
Okay, let's have a look.
It's a good thing that that critical damage doesn't stack, right?
Yeah, it goes. So at the end of once it's your turn, you go back to 0. This is actually. It has been so long since you guys very rarely go into crit.
We got a button to this.
This is literally Ted. Why the fuck are you in the way? I could have
Oh.
attacked him already.
Right, so yes, you have a choice. We can either do it like Dark Heresy, where you go into -3 and we see what it is, or you can go onto your character sheet. I believe it's under your armor, and you can roll the critical damage. You can put it in, and you can see. Leave it up to RNGesus to see what happens to you. It's entirely up to you.
Wait, it says roll blood loss. What? That's
Critical.
not
Press the critical hit button.
It might be under armor then. Let me have a look. No, not armor. Is it?
Critical hit under weapons.
Thank you.
It's in weapons.
So you just put in the left arm and then -3.
right arm.
Sorry, yeah, right arm -3. The arm is demolished by the attack. Anything held in the hand is dropped except a shield.
This is my weapons arm.
Right is your weapon, so you drop your weapon.
Okay.
You take blood loss. So a 20% chance of dying until you receive medical attention.
I already rolled blood loss, so I
fine for the
fall to the ground unconscious then.
Yep,
So
for
I am-
unconscious.
No, not yet. So you don't roll on your turn. So you roll on your turn. So, for example, you still have.
I think I'm unconscious, so
No, you're just in blood loss and your arm is fucked up.
Yeah, and
Yeah, you're-
actually, from your bleeding roll, it says survives one more round. So you at the moment you've dropped your weapon. I would say that your arm is useless until it is healed. It doesn't say it's been removed. It does say demolished. So
I think that's just flavor.
you'll need to seek medical attention. You can't use your arm, but you are still stood up in the fight, and you still have your shield. But you will no longer be able to use healing potions to recover health.
sure.
Miss Remy, she is...
Also out of character. Ted, why the fuck are you in the way?
He thought he would be the bulwark. He was like, I shall protect the party. I will
Yeah,
protect...
he was-
And he literally stood just in the way that I couldn't charge Eric and therefore had to run into combat.
Yeah, but that wasn't his choice. He was moving forwards, and then Eric charged him.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I need to... The second attack, which is on Ted. Oh, there's no +10. Oh, shit. So, Ted, where did I put your sheet? Here it is. Would you like
Did
to...
you get like a
parry?
minus for reversed ganging up?
No.
No, it's not.
Ted fails to parry. So Eric hits him and does 14 damage to
Eric?
to the right.
Who's-
To where did he hit him? He hit him in the right arm again. Oh dear, Ted.
Why did Eric have a +20 to his attack on?
Because
Azeroth?
he ran right next to him. So Teddy boy. Okay, that's good. That's good. And your armor is okay.
Rip Ted.
No, Ted survived. He hasn't. He is massively hurt. This is Azurath. You can just see a massive gash open up on Ted's arm, and blood just spews from it. But he is still up. Yeah, he might be able to take another hit, maybe. So I need Damatus, and I need the Wraith. Not the Wraith, the White. So, Remy, seeing what Damatus did, and thinking that was quite clever, and they probably should have ganged up on the skeletons in the first place, she is going to do both of her attacks against the one skeleton, but she gets impact back, rather. She missed both of them? God damn it, Remy. What the
Did she get ganging up bonus?
Oh, sorry, good point. She would have got a +10, so the
So her
first
second one should have hit.
second one should have hit. Because when you do, I keep forgetting about gang up, to be honest.
Yeah, in the sheet, in the actual core book for fantasy, it's annoying because it exists. It's just not obvious.
Yeah, ignore the damage. It was not 11. So, Remy has hit. She can then roll damage with impact. Oh, are you... Remy! Why are you rolling so piss poorly so she does 6?
Because we're the heroes of the story, and the Bloody Rain aren't allowed to overshadow us.
That is true. That is true. Actually, how much health do they have? Their max. I know it's... oh, no, she's... It's not quite dead. It's very close. But that's mainly because Damatus must have hit it last time. Miss Lyciara, you were up.
Okay, so I just saw Eric fuck up both Ted and Azureth, right?
You did indeed.
You'll also know that we can't help because we're stuck dealing with a fucking skeleton.
Then, you know what? I'm not gonna hold back.
Ah, shit, here
Okay.
comes the Conflagration of Doom.
I know, I can't cast Conflagration of Doom just yet. Misclick, sorry. I was already concentrating the last turn, so here comes nothing.
Oh, there we go.
And come down. There is also the... Okay, so let's see. I failed by 1, unfortunately.
Wait,
I
how's that?
don't remember. Can I use a fate point to re-roll? I don't remember.
I'm sure you can.
I think you can.
Unfortunately.
Haven't you got 23 though altogether? And you needed 22.
No, because it doesn't
No,
swap out.
the other 10. The
Oh, of
10
course,
is
yeah. It
the
doesn't.
swap.
It doesn't add on. It swaps out. Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
can.
fortune it. So here comes again. Fortune, yes.
Because I mean, you
Come
failed the spell,
on.
so you would be able to.
Do I still? I'm gonna reroll D10 because do I reroll that too? I think I do, right?
Sure,
it's
I'll let
part
it
of
because
the-
it's part of it. It's adding on to it.
Okay, so
That would go through.
that will go through. I
Okay.
do succeed.
Unfortunately, you got double.
Yes. Yes, you did.
And yeah, I got the doubles, so that's a minor, so it's fine. I'm gonna roll a D10 because it's a D10 for the amount of damage I get. But actually, let me just try to guess one more time and see if the game's gonna like me.
Magic missiles damage for 1d10 blasts of flaming death.
No, damage 5.
Oh yeah, because you got mighty missile.
Yeah, just gonna end it. Miscellaneous modifier of 20, just to there. The damage was all towards Eric.
And
So 14,
as
14, 11, 8, and 14.
as you project the winds of magic, forming them into a ball in your hand, you raise your arm and release the power directed at Eric. You look in horror as an amulet on his chest sets ablaze, and your magic has no effect.
Well, fuck.
I will give you, you saw the amulet burn away. It is gone. There is nothing left.
Okay.
As would be fitting for blocking 5 hits.
Well then. Also, my ears are now full of
Right,
wax for some reason.
Do I take 2 turns when it's my turn, or what? Because I had to deal with hamster. So I think you skipped me.
we didn't go past your turn.
Oh, have we not
Yeah.
hit my turn again yet?
No. The turns take quite a long time. There's a lot of people to roll. The bandit, who I believe is still on the tower. Billy Bob's moved closer, but he's not moved close enough. God damn you, Billy Bob! I now have to I now have to get the ruler out. God.
You also have to do three-dimensional calculations.
I mean, he's firing a bow, so the three-dimensional side of it is he's got the advantage. He's firing from a higher position to a lower position. 31.
That's in bow range. It's long range though. Just long range.
Oh no, so he wasn't shooting at extreme range then, it was long range. Or is it?
I think you said it was extreme range because he was so high up.
No, it was the distance between how far. Because if you're shooting from a higher position, you get the advantage. So when Billy Bob was where he was, it was probably long range then. I probably got the two measurements wrong. Because I remember there being normal range and... Hang on, where have you gone? How have you hidden? There, you fucking hide from me. So, the bandit, he... Oh, actually... He probably couldn't have shot at... No, because it was long range because of his bow. Because he actually has to reload. Like, he has to do a half action reload. He hasn't got free action. So he half action reloads. Oh! God damn it. Ah, mercenary crossbowman. I really wish you guys had attacked from the front. Because then the mercenary crossbowman would have got taken out by... the bandit in that tower would have got taken out by the... other matey. Finally, he hit him in the body. Roll damage. 8 damage. It's good enough. It's good enough. This guy here is now dead. I don't need to worry about him. It was a critical hit. It hit him in the eye. He fell, and well, he died. So,
It was a really, really drunk bandit shooting at us, and it was just he got hit in the chest, thought he got hit in the eye, and just died of shock.
well, the idea behind it was I was going to have Dimmitus do his first shot. He was going to get a full action aim, so there's going to be almost no chance that he could miss.
Yeah, and then we decided we're gonna sneak in.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we proved ourselves to be the heroes of the story.
And he decided to stick with you guys rather than going round the back. Hang on, Remy attacked this one. Yes, so it does not have its it doesn't have its parry back. Not attack. No, we've done attack. Damage, please. 10 damage. It's enough to kill it.
It ignores its armor points at least.
Oh yes, good point. It ignores its armor with Damatus' sword, so it is dead. I was going to say, maybe I need to look at its armour. No, it is dead. Huzzah! So, it is now Dimzid's turn. He is going to spend his turn reloading. You were dead. So we have one more white left. It is going to attack against Miss Wilhelma. And it misses. Mr. Billy Bob. You're up. There is a bandit in front of you who has drawn a he's drawn a bow and he has knocked an arrow.
In front of me.
Straight
go.
up north. No, don't need to worry about him.
Okay.
Those guys are story. They're there just so we can't go through that territory.
Okay.
And it looks cool and like there's actual fight there.
I don't have any negatives or anything, do I?
Nope.
And it is plus 10 for half aim. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's plus 10 for aim. There's no half aim, it's just aim. We just have action.
Would you like to roll damage? So as the target that you were possibly aiming at falls down from the tower, clutching his eye and splatting on the floor, you see the little prick who's going to shoot someone in your party, taking aim and firing. You strike him, and I believe his toughness is going to save him here. Only just though. Hang on, I don't want to screw you over here, so let's have a look. So, actually, I think you got him dead on. You did, Mr. Billy Bob. As this bandit turns round to look for a target, or perhaps to shoot one of the bloody rain, the last thing he catches out of the corner of his eye is a cheeky little halfling with a bow. Miss Bloodwielder. Miss Bloodwielder. I don't know why I called you the woman from Dead in Vinland. Miss Wilhelma, you're up.
I suppose I should finally kill that skeleton now.
Yeah.
Wait, whatever. Aim and going up. I'm gonna fortune that because it's ridiculous. Oh, come the fuck on.
Damn it, I'm gonna have to leave you alone with it.
Sadly, you
I see. So when I will leave the way and kill Eric, it's bad. But when you want to leave the wave and kill the Eric, then it's fine.
Ted wasn't nearly dead.
Good point. Jazina, remember you can do multi-attacks. Just you don't. You don't
I
get
only
an aim.
have one attack.
Oh.
I have never picked up a second attack.
Oh, I thought you did.
Oh, you
Sorry.
would have.
Azureth, I believe you have
I
multi-attack.
don't understand the mechanic.
I do. I have multi-attack.
Good man.
But my weapon arm is ruined.
Hey, you've got a shield. You can roll like a -10, I think it was. I'll check.
I am going to hit this fucker twice with my shield still, even if the shield is not silvered. Like,
You get a +10 for ganging up.
It's a -20. Unless you have ambidextrous.
I missed twice. I'm like, you bloody roll with my arm. Do I have to roll bloodless?
Yes, please. Very nearly you steel yourself and cling on for another round. Miss Gabrielle, you're up.
I'm sorry, Warhammer, I need to help them, and I'm gonna have to try and risk the hit here. I'm gonna move without disengaging
Okay.
into combat with him.
It hits. You can parry.
Okay, I'll try and parry, even if it will use my parry this turn.
But you skillfully smash its attack away as you turn to engage. Are you engaging?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
attacking him. So is that a +20 now, because we're 3-on-1?
I think so.
Okay, then no. Stab, 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 stab. And just rotate myself.
So, let me just remember. So Ted missed, and then he hit Azura, so yeah, he hasn't parried, so he will attempt. And unfortunately, he sees you rush in and brings his shield up just in time. But it is Ted's turn.
It says you're parrying with the sword and the shield.
Yeah, but they've both got defensive, so it's fine. His sword's got defensive.
So Ted, seeing that
Oh, that means his shield is a negative to hit. That's fun.
seeing that you two have joined the fight, he's going to carry on. So he now gets a +30 overall. And he hits. Eric does not have multiple parries, so Ted gets to do damage. Oh, for fuck's sake, Ted. Oh, it does nothing. I don't even need to look. It does nothing. It pings. It bounces off of his breastplate.
I don't think it's on there.
Off
Wait,
of his pauldron. That's the word.
What's damage profile for a sword? Is it flat?
Nope, he's rolled 1, he's rolled 3, and then his strength is +2. So yep, that's... Sorry, Ted.
Hand weapon is flat, plus strength bonus.
Yeah.
It is Eric's turn. Eric hasn't taken any damage, so his special effect doesn't come into play. He is going to... He's a sadistic prick. He's enjoying the fact that Azurath is attacking him with his shield. He really doesn't like Ted. At least one attack's going on Ted, and he'll attack the peasant girl who's tried interfering. So yes, the first one we'll go for Miss Gabrielle first. He does not get any bonuses because he's doing a lightning attack, and he misses. And against Ted, he hits. Ted, will this be your day, or will this be your end?
Will this be your day or
He
your last day?
parries! Good work, Ted. Right. Remy. So, seeing that the fight is going rather well on their side... Oh, Remy, I had your... Oh, well, never mind. I know her stats. Actually, I can do this. She full moves to there. Miss Lysiara, you're up.
Well, I'm going to first cast this on myself, just in case. This is a half action. I'm gonna use a lot of magic.
Oh, sorry. Can I also get a willpower test from Miss Gabrielle and Mr. Azurath?
Oh,
Okay then.
Because you do get the effect of you are
Fortune.
fighting a vampire. So your next turn you will have to do another willpower test, or you are frightened. I won't retcon your
Okay.
previous attacks or your previous moves or anything, but you will have to snap out of it.
Okay.
Oh, also Lysiara, because I'm a fucking massive nonce. Not nonce. I don't touch children. Massive idiot. Can you roll me a 1d100, please?
Rolled it earlier.
Oh, did
I
you?
rolled earlier.
Oh, sorry.
I got a 25. My ears are now full of wax, and I need someone to heal them. But while I still have the wax, I have a minus 10% of all hearing-based tests.
Okay. No, fair enough.
Waxy ears. Could be worse.
So next up, you roll doubles, and then suddenly you're consistently rolling hell.
So you now have your etheric armor up. Is that right?
Yeah. Firstly, I'm gonna cast etheric armor on myself, so I have a slight reddish glow around me, and then I'm concentrating.
Okay. Right. Oh. So the bandits, who I believe are all dead. They're all dead. I don't know where you are, but you should be gone. So it is Damatus. He moves up as well, shouting and screaming and just being a bit of a blackguard.
Still reloading.
No, so because he's an engineer, he does have all the engineer's perks, so he can reload a black powder weapon in half an action. But he doesn't have anyone to shoot. It's a -20 if he shoots into combat. He would not really shoot into Miss Wilhelma's back. He's gonna move into position, but that's all he's gonna do. The last white on the table. Attacks and ooh, Miss Wilhelma, can you please parry? Miss Wilhelma, parry, parry with all your might. Or you might die. Who knows?
Is the vampire fear magical based or just general fear?
No, just general fear. Yeah, it's
Damn.
just fear because it is a vampire. Jazina, can I get a parry? Right, well, I shall roll damage, and when she comes back, or when she is being controlled, she can try to get away from that. Mr. Billy Bob, it's your turn. The only two enemies that are left are the white and the vampire. The guys in the blue boxes are just there for prop design. They make the place look nice.
Gotcha.
And in case you
Okay.
guys really had bad luck, they were also there to reinforce you. But you've had good luck, so...
We've had good luck, Damatus has had bad luck, but not worse luck.
No, technically, I'm not so sure about that luck because I'm pretty sure Azura's arm is hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, but he didn't die.
Cool.
He's on sudden death.
Miss...
You're not moving.
he moved and reloaded. Miss Wilhelma, are you back? Have you returned?
Back.
First things first, can you please parry for me? If
Yes, I
you
can.
if you fail, you take 12 damage to the head.
Yikes! I better parry this, don't I?
It would be best, yeah. Well done. And it's your turn, so you can strike back.
It's the weight again, right?
Yep.
The fancy skeleton, so just +10 because I'm no longer ganging up on it.
Yep. It will attempt to parry. Oh, actually, no, it can't. It dropped its shield. So, please roll damage.
Stabbing skeletons is really crap.
You keep rolling a 3.
I know.
You are consistent with that D10 with getting a 3, aren't you? I mean,
But I don't want to be consistent. I want to deal damage.
Sadly, it is not for you. Mr. Azurif, can you give me a willpower test?
Fortune. No, never mind. Not fortune. Yeah, fortuning that. Fuck's
Oh.
sake.
You can defend yourself, but you cannot attack.
Sorry to remind you of this, but you also have blood loss.
Yes. So can we hit the button of...
Do I need that on the... Last time I had to roll it at the end, so do I need to roll it at the
Yeah.
beginning or the end of my turn?
it'll be at
It's
the
the end of
end
your
of
turn
your
now.
turn, but because you can't attack, you still have your defensive actions, but you can't attack. So if you'd like to roll...
I can still drop the shield to pick up the axe.
Can you just shield bash too?
Yeah, but that does less damage.
Sure, I will allow it. You can drop your shield. Essentially, you can ready your weapon. You can pick up your axe and drop your shield, but you won't be able to attack.
Okay, and then I need to roll bloodless.
Yet another round, you steel yourself and somehow
know.
stop the blood from flowing.
Now it's my turn. I fight on.
Well done. You are no longer scared. You have faced your fears.
It's through pure blind rage. My friends are in danger. I'm gonna stab him. So that's plus 20 because one friend who can attack, so help.
No, there's
And
there's still. Well, actually, no, yeah, because Azorov can't. Is fearful now. He wouldn't count.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so plus 20 overall.
that's fortunate.
Okay, he is going to attempt to parry. Yeah. But he failed. I'm going to have him roll a 1d10 here. 5 and below. Ooh, he got a 6. So he drops his shield.
Yeah.
So is this how legs in Dark Heresy? Shield dropping?
It's close enough to a failure that something should happen. If it was 100, he would just drop a weapon. But where he's...
I don't think I do any damage.
No, sadly not. You stab at the armor, but his full plate just bounces off your attack. Billy Bob, you're up. Can you be the saviour that we need? Or are you going to fuck up again? Let's see. Nope, he fucked up. Also, why am I... But have I only just noticed that... No. That's odd. On the stream, on the Soon Raccoon is showing his Stormund's picture, which is kind of odd. I don't know why it's doing that. Ted. You can't really do anything, Ted, so I'm just going to have you move. You can come to there and
Isn't that Bill?
Oh yeah, Bill. Keep getting Bill can't really do anything, so he's just going to move up for now. Eric is going to do what he did last time. So one attack on Miss Gabrielle. No, he's going to do an attack each on the PCs, I think. No, he does enjoy watching the struggles of mortals. He's going to do what he did last time. Attack Ted and Gabrielle. He'll do Gabrielle's first. So he gets flat. He misses. He attacks Ted flat. And he hits. Wow, he seems to be very lucky on his last.
Yeah, he really wants to kill Ted. The dice really want Ted dead, but not me.
But Ted jumps behind his shield.
In fact, they want Ted to be the main hero of this adventure. Like, he's missing me. Ted, he's meeting him blow for blow. Ted is now MVP.
Remy moves to there. Miss Lysiara, you are up.
Here we go again. This time I wasn't using my other thingy. That's all headed towards Eric.
Okay. So you would note this time there is no magical aura. There is no dispelling. Nothing burns away. Your firebolts strike him. Let me do some mathematications. So as you strike him, you see his armor turn red hot from the strikes hitting him in his right arm. The ones on his body, you see there's burning in the gaps between his armor. He's definitely hurt, but he just looks angrier now. Damatus moves to the same place as Remy. For God's sake, Dimzard, you fucking moron. Dimzard drops his handgun and joins melee with with why do I keep wanting to say Bloodwielder? With Miss
I was gonna say,
Wilhelmer.
just reminder that with ready, you can just put a weapon away and draw another one.
Yeah, it's more for me thematic. He drops his weapon, pulls his hammer, and charges in. Well, steps in. Actually, he has to move and draw a weapon, so he can't actually attack this turn. Does he have? No, he doesn't. Even as an engineer, he doesn't have anything to help. So he's in combat.
He doesn't have quick draw.
No. Actually, no, he doesn't. He has quick reload, and the engineering one that halves black powder weapons.
If he'd had quick draw, he'd have been fine. I use it a lot, as you see.
The Wraith attacks. Not Wraith, what? The White. Again, it's going to carry on attacking Miss Wilhelmer. Not really noticing the dwarf just yet, but it misses anyway. Mr. Billy Bob, what are your actions?
So where's the guy who's dangerous in front of me? Is it the one right next to me?
You killed the one up here. He is dead. So you have.
I'm drawing lines to you back, guys.
You have those two there. They are both in melee.
That's a -10, isn't it?
-20.
Yeah.
-10 if you aim.
Quick math.
Who were you shooting at?
The
White. So, as the White is engaged in combat, you fire and shoot it directly in the head. Roll damage. Ooh.
It did.
Sadly, Miss Wilhelmer has only been pecking away at its health. It is very, very close. It is very close. You can see the arrow Miss Wilhelmer is now poking through in between its eyes with the silver tip. But it still stands. But it is your turn, so would you like to crush it?
More like stab it. Again, do I get a gang up bonus now?
Yeah, you do.
Hello?
No, because it has the dwarf hasn't actually engaged in combat. He's in melee range like Azoreth before. You hit, it does not have a parry. It dropped its shield. So roll damage, please. Do you know what?
If that had been an Ulrich, that'd have been amazing, but the first roll wasn't.
The funny thing is, it only had 2 HP left, and you've done 2 damage. It collapses under the pressure of your rapier, stabbing it into its arm for some reason. It crumbles to the floor and dies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving this fight in that technically because of the rules of my religion, I'm either going to have to break the laws of my religion to do damage, or I can't do damage.
Mr. Azurif, can you please give me a willpower check? I'll give you a +10 because you do have 2 comrades fighting next to you, and this is your second round. But alas, you still have your defensive actions, just no combat. Miss Gabrielle.
Right, hold on, blood loss.
Oh, yes, sorry.
You have a fortune point in case it kills you?
I have no fortune points left.
Damn, I'm in the same boat. Well, then let's try and, I guess, stab a guy because all my weapons do a minimum of -2 damage.
You're using up his resources.
That's +20 because aim and shank. I miss. Quite badly.
Roll
I
a
guess-
1d10 on a 6 and higher. You drop your weapon. Anything lower, your weapon's still in your hand. It will take you a half. It will take you a half action to pick up your weapon next turn.
Wait. Let me use my quick draw.
Oh no, you can use your quick draw.
Yeah, because my quick draw means I can pick it straight back up off the ground. It's free action for me to ready.
In this case, you don't actually drop it.
Yeah,
It misses and flies back and hits the wall behind you.
I was gonna say, I go to swing it, it flies past it, then it flies straight back to my hand again. Because it's a flying stiletto.
I would probably say that the rune would know, at least have a basic understand. It must know when it's being dropped and when it's being thrown. I would probably say that there needs to be a certain amount of force behind it. You can pick it up with your quick draw, but I don't think it would work if you dropped it. That would be a hell of a thing. You drop it whilst you're working on it, and it flies and hits you in the head or something.
Yeah, it'd have been a hell of a party trick.
No, don't do that. Ah, why did you do that? There we go. So, Teddykins. He is going to attack, and hopefully he will. Yep, that's right. He will hit. He does. Oh, actually, no. He does have his. He doesn't have his shield anymore, but he does have his sword. So, parry.
Well, a lot more fair than the rules give the game.
He fails to parry, however. So, Ted, come on, Ulrich. Ugh, no damage. Sadly, for not. So, he can just pass his turn. He's not going to do anything. So, is the white dead? Oh yes, the white's dead. I forgot. I completely forgot. I can close his character sheet down. Marvellous. Eric. Again, he's going to go for one on Miss Gabrielle and one on Ted. So Miss Gabrielle, would you like to dodge or parry?
I'm out of fortune and don't have a lucky charm.
Okay, he rolls damage. 9.
Okay, then I ignore 4. I take 5, and what's my wounds? I'm at 7.
He attacks Ted. He strikes Ted. Ted will try to dive behind his shield. It fails. I believe Bill and Ted only have a fortune point each. In fact, I believe Ted has already burnt one of his to stay alive, so... Does he have any items that could help him, out of curiosity? Was I kind? I was not. Okay. So, damage. Eric with his sword. 13 points to the body.
No, Ted!
Well, ouch. Is that in the criticals?
Ted is 1 HP away from going into critical.
Ooh, that's a buff boy.
Ted just looks at Eric in the eyes and just this determined look to survive and to carry on and to not fall. How far can how far can Damatus and Thingy charge?
Double his movement, so about up to maybe 10 meters, unless he's somehow got movement 6.
No, he's only got 8. So yeah, they can't move far enough, afraid. so they can move to there. At least next turn they'll be able to assist. Oh, hang on, that's 7. One more, 8. Miss Lysiara, you are up. Oh,
Yep.
sorry, I actually... do you know what? I think I'm going to be kind, and I'll let Eric's vampirism, vampiric ability not work. Go ahead, Lysiara.
It would work on me, you mean?
No, he's fed, so I was going to have him roll 1d10 each turn, -2, and heal that amount. So for 5
So we are
five
hitting him with
turns-
his weakness.
Gotcha.
For 5 turns, he'd be able to re-heal because he's drunk. He's drunk human blood.
Gotcha.
But his fight's a little bit. He's a bit harder to hurt than I thought.
And we are hitting his weakness. We're hitting him with silver.
I would have done half damage for non-silvered weapons. It's once
I'm
you
gonna
explore,
cast this.
you'll find out. He's got quite a full belly.
I'm gonna cast because I already concentrated on last turn, and I will be using the thingy.
You actually got an Ulrich through.
And that would be plus this because I said I was going to use the thingy. So that was a very good spellcasting and no doubles, and it's all on Eric again. So 20, 7, and 14.
As you release a fireball, well, a fairy blast, it's a ball of fire. You notice that one of them is far more powerful than the previous ones. You feel as if the winds of magic have spurred this shot on. As it strikes him, you see him visibly retch back and slap at his armor as you see melted off patches on his chest. He looks extremely hurt, and his armor has melted away.
Wow.
Well, part of his armor has melted away. Technically, he has -1 to his torso.
So now we're just stabbing him through leather and chainmail.
Well, it's -1, so
Yeah,
plate's quite extreme. But he is in a lot of pain. You can see there are massive burnt patches of flesh, and he is not a happy camper.
Luciano is just smiling.
Yeah, when you're wearing full plate, you're wearing the other 2 levels for full down as well. So it's like now we're just stabbing him through mail and leather.
So technically, plate gives you +2. So once you do another point of damage to his chest, you will be down 2 chain. That is correct. Mr. Billy Bob, what would you like to do? Would you like to try and gang up on the last holdout?
No.
You don't want to join the glorious combat
No.
against your
just
natural
focus on-
enemy, the vampire?
No.
As a halfling, your field wardens know what they do.
Billy Bob, give me a perception as you're not entering combat. Is it perception? Yes, it is perception. So as you look round and you see that your allies towards the gate are winning their battle, your comrades behind you are winning their battle, you begin to look around, and although you don't notice everything, you look at a lot of the barrels and the crates, and there's a lot of valuable markings on them of trade guilds and such. Miss Blood, what? Miss Wilhelma, your turn.
Wilson the White is dead.
Yes, it is.
I wish to charge Eric.
Sure.
You get 3-on-1 ganging up bonus.
Yay.
That's like a plus 30 overall.
Yep, you get a plus 30 overall. So a plus 20 from ganging up. I believe he's already parried. I'm pretty sure Ted hit him and he didn't parry. So roll damage. Woo! Okay.
Better. I still have to love how when I'm stabbing with my knives and stuff, I actually do just a d10 damage.
Miss Wilhelma, as you charge in, you lunge forwards with your rapier, stabbing Eric straight in the head, piercing his armour. He lets out just this look and cry of pain, yet he still stands just. Mr. Azureth, can we...
Time for willpower.
Yes, please. Still with a plus 10.
Finally, I'm going to do a double attack with my dwarven hand axe.
Sure. You get a plus 20 for ganging up, but no aim.
Flat. He rolls flat because you also roll minus 20 for problems.
Minus 20 for what?
He's hitting with his bad arm, isn't he? He dropped his shield and picked it up in the arm that's not completely bloody useless, which is his sidearm. He's using his offhand for his axe, which is minus 20.
Wait, is that a thing in the system?
Yeah,
I believe...
unless you have the ambidextrous quality, you get a minus 20.
I believe it is... I remember reading that under the actions...
It's on page 99.
In that case, the first one would still hit.
Yep. He still has not regained his parry, so roll damage, please.
First one would still hit, so damage
To the
here
body, which has minus 1 AP.
16 damage.
Oh yeah, you Ulrich.
Does this kill him? If so, may I drop the hammer?
Please do.
And it's like, I assume he's been looking away from me mostly because I've not been actually attacking. It's like, hey Eric, a little payback for my arm and the lies you told me. As he turns around, I just wait until he's just turned around enough, and just with full strength, I just smash my axe just straight through his armor, and I just drive it upwards, and you just slice his neck off as well. That's what you get for that. And I only need to roll blood loss.
You do.
And I fall over dead on top of him.
Oh god.
I will give you the option. You can burn a fate point and you fall unconscious. Your teammates are there, so you'll be able to be stabilised quickly.
I am burning fate to fall unconscious on top of him.
And with that, you hear the sounds of battle dying out around you. And the cries of victory soon rise up. And we are out of combat time.
I'm going to
Let's try.
move closer to Azureth.
I'm gonna try and heal Azureth.
I'm gonna push Azureth off the body as soon as I can. And is he still breathing? Can I see that he's not dead? That
he is still breathing. You can put your hand to his face and feel the
Breathing slowly.
So I'm just gonna say, oh, at least he's not awake for this. So
Oh no, I've just gone to heal. I'm
no,
already
no,
there healing.
Yeah, but you can either heal or stabilize him, and it's better for me to stabilize him than you heal because he still has blood loss.
Oh boy, you're gonna see my mouth shut.
Do you even need to channel for cauterize? Don't you like auto pass now?
If I channel, yes. If I don't and I use magic 1, I still have to roll.
Got magic 2, then you pretty much auto pass.
Yeah, but there's also a chance that I roll doubles. It's best not to. I just have to concentrate. It's easier. And voila. I'm just gonna. I'm assuming Gabrielle is trying to stabilize him, and she's putting the arm back together. I'm just gonna hold the arm and say, "Oh, thankfully he's passed out because this is going to hurt a lot." And then you just hear.
I'm watching here. It's not
just
here.
cauterizing it.
Azurf, you regain 1 HP.
Actually, I used a healing poultice, so it's 1d10 wounds.
Is that when they're in critical?
I was just stabilized.
If you're heavily damaged, I don't think you can use the poultice. Let me check.
I believe once you've been stabilized and you're coming out of heavy damage, it's 1 wound until you get out of heavy damage at 3 wounds.
If you're heavily wounded, it's 1 wound unless you use a healing poultice, at which point it's treated as if they're lightly wounded, so they regain 1d10 wounds.
Azurf, you are still technically in. I won't allow the. I'm fine again, but you are breathing.
It's gonna be like I am still just passed out and just barely.
You will come to shortly, but it's painful. Your arm is mangled and it does not look good.
I clean it. I clean whatever wounds are not cauterized.
Okay.
Just gotta find my spirits.
Ted then falls down on the floor.
Now I go heal Ted.
Is Ted bleeding too?
Massively.
Yeah.
He is.
I'm gonna do the same for him.
He is still he's heavily wounded because he's at 1 HP.
Can I investigate barrels?
You can indeed.
He's not got the blood loss thing.
No, he doesn't have blood loss.
Yeah, I'm still. You're technically treating the one that is even worse, but I'm still just gonna cauterize his wounds, even if they are not as bad.
That makes it worse.
By 1.
Oh, they're bad. He took two very heavy hits, but he's just not.
I fail my heal, but do I still at least clean the wounds?
I failed. I'm gonna try again.
Otherwise, I've got to try healing him again and burning more poultices.
God damn it, Dad! Stop moving so much. Let me just here, and I'm gonna hold his wound and cauterize that too.
I'd probably say you can't roll another heal on him, but he has regained 1 HP. I'll allow that because you are tending to him now. His wounds are being cauterized.
And any that don't get cauterized because Lysiara for some reason loves branding people, I'm going to go and actually clean them. I'm probably going to clean the cauterized wounds too because they're brands.
Ted's just going to go and collapse over here. Just sit down. Billy Bob, you notice that a lot of these barrels are all merchant barrels. They're all listed as items from. They all have noble merchant brandings on them.
I'm actually not in need of a healing poultice. That's good. I guess I got to clean my own wounds, which means I'm using a 3rd bottle of spirits.
Well, no, you're only using a vial per wound. A vial per 2 wounds.
So a 2nd set of spirits because of myself?
Yes, it'd be because Ted took 2 wounds. Azurf took 1 wound. And then you took... I think you got hit once, didn't you?
Yeah, I only got hit once.
And I'd probably say you can do half on Ted and you wouldn't need to do Azurif's. It's up to you. If you want to do it all over them, spirit-wise, then of course you can.
I'm doing enough to clean the wounds. I've got to kind of ration it because we only have 5 vials of this shit at the moment, and we're in the middle of what might still be hostile territory, and I don't really do a good job on myself.
Sure.
But at least my wounds are clean.
I can't really hear much anymore. Magic. Lovely. My ears are probably blocked because of magic. The Sarah says, probably louder than she realizes. And then I'm just gonna look around and...
You hear Damatus shouting and screaming and ordering men about. Something about, get the fucking horses, you useless bunch of cunts. What the fuck are you doing? Shit like that.
Is there anyone who's wounded?
I need a heal test so my ears are
Some
no
people
longer
are wounded
blocked. Other
emotionally.
than that, I just have one wound. And I'd prefer to have my ears unblocked and have my single wound healed.
Is there anyone who's wounded?
You look around the men who came with you, the members of the Bloody Rain. It appears as if they were fighting chaff. They appear to be in perfect condition, almost. But Eric is getting redder and... Sorry. Eric's dead. He should be getting deader and deader. Damatus is getting redder and redder, screaming and shouting for horses. And to get that fucking dwarf over here now. Dimitus runs over.
Brielle, do you have anything to help me unblock my ears?
Fine. You need to learn to do this yourself. Yes, I gotta roll a heal test to unblock your ears.
Yeah, basically just roll a heal test to see if you have ear thingies.
She's not really caring enough. She's busy trying to tend to everyone else, and you're like, I need my ears cleaning. And she's like, oh, fuck this.
My ears are blocked. Oh.
I also find it I actually find it amusing though. It's like, magic's so bad, you completely plug your ears to the point where a doctor has to flush them.
Yeah, it should happen.
It's not even like cotton buds at the point where you need a heal test, it's your ears are plugged.
You see 2 of the war horses get brought in. And you see Dimzid attach the horses to the cannon.
Well, I guess we're taking it home after all.
I think we should check whatever this place has to offer and then burn it down to the ground.
God damn it, Dimzid, come to the front.
It just means the bandits will set up somewhere else. You leave it open, you know where the forts are gonna be.
Well, yes, but this place is technically fortified, and fortifying a new position probably would take longer.
You see Dimzid and the cannon begin to get taken out. And Damatus is shouting even more.
Poor phrasing. Old phrasing joke. He's being taken out. Oh no, poor Dimzid.
I hope he enjoys his meal.
Remy runs after it. As by all means, you can all roll search or you can all roll perception to get a quick judge of the area surrounding you.
Except for me, because I'm still unconscious.
Can I roll search again? If
Sure.
time has passed. Thank you.
I failed by 5. Story of my life.
Lysiara, you see barrels marked with traders' names, company names. You're a bit curious, so you open one of them up. It appears to be filled with silks. You open another one up. This appears to be filled with spices. Another, fine wines. Another, gold. Another, weapons. and other artifacts, and the list goes on and on and on. Unfortunately, as you all do this searching, Damatus rings up. What the fuck are you lot doing? Can you not see the fight's not over yet? You fucking morons. You might have did well with him, but hurry the fuck up or we'll leave you behind. The battle's not over, and there's blood to come.
I don't like this guy.
He's crazy, that's why.
Actually, I say it to his face. Don't like him.
Yes.
Very sorry about that.
Yeah, well, feelings mutual, little one. There's wars to be fought.
Yeah. I forgot his name. It's Damatus, right?
Damatus, yes.
What a comeback I'll say in character.
Yes, Damatus. Let's leave behind all the resources for the enemy to come back and grab all of it. Yes, let's make sure the enemy still has weapons.
You pointy-eared fucking moron. There was an army here, and it's gone. Where's it gone? Have a think.
The wounded unattended for ambush.
I don't give a fuck about the wounded. What I care about is the army that's marching on Siegfriedhof. We told you there was an army here. This weren't no fucking army.
Then get someone to help me move this one. I'm going to point at the fact that Azra's on the floor, unable to be transported because I'm not strong enough to lift somebody in heavy plate and carry my own shit.
Well, I'm not going to be leaving this behind.
Raven Guard knights, because they are a little bit more classy and have a little bit more decor. They come over and they assist you with Azurath. They'll help lift him up and get him back to where your camp was if you want to carry on, or if you want to take up one of these buildings, you can. The Raven Guard the Raven Guard are going to stay behind in the fortress, in this area to secure it. But Damatus and his men are taking the cannon, taking the dwarf, and are leaving, apparently.
Well, is there a cart anywhere around here, or do we still have our car?
No, we left our cart behind. We came here on war horses.
Yeah, but is there a cart around here we can grab?
Roll a 1d10. If you get an 8 or higher, there's a nice cart there. If you get a 4 and lower, there's no cart. I said an 8. You find a shit cart. It reminds you of a lot of the piece of shit that you left in Siegfriedhof, only a little bit more run down, and a few more disgusting stains.
Billy Bob will again repeat. Did anyone hear that combat though? He just said you too.
Let's not antagonize them, said moving Azrath. Are we going with them?
We should at least bring the weapons. These weapons are of a better use for Siegfriedhof than the rebels and enemies.
If you attempt to carry anything heavy, you will fall behind. If you just want to grab a couple of weapons and move, then by all means you can keep up with the bloody rain.
Yeah, I'm more thinking along the lines of grabbing at least the gold and the...
If you're thinking for loot purposes, this place is not locked off to you. You will be able to acquire goods from here later. The Raven Guard will tell you as much. You've helped, so you get part of the bounty. But
I'm more thinking... Sorry, I'm more thinking along the lines that if anyone else comes back here while this place is,
Raven Guard is staying.
Yeah, the Raven Guard is staying.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Then never mind. I'd
Yeah,
still like to do the weapons. But not for loot, but, for Siegfriedhof.
Yeah, the Raven Guard will very nicely speak to you. Thank you for your fight. You did a great job. And they'll tell you they'll hold down this fort and wait for news that things are better, that a relief force is coming, and they'll be, gathering up the goods and so on and so forth.
Well, be careful. Don't put your lives in danger if they do come back.
They tell you that that's their job, to put their lives on the line, but they thank you for your concern. As Azurath is loaded up into the cart, 2 war horses are strapped to it. One of the war horses is dead. Damatus killed his. 2 of them are used for the cannon. Damatus steals one. The Raven Guard leave theirs. You can all get in the back of the cart,
Just tell me when I wake up.
or you can ride your horses. It's entirely up to you.
We'll need the extra horses for extra eyes. So, extra horses. At least for Gabrielle.
Sure.
Yeah, I think we're missing 1 horse, so I'll give mine to the cart, and I'll sit in the cart with Azura.
Well, the 2 Raven Guards don't need their horses, so I think you're down 1 altogether. But you notice fairly soon on that 2 of the Bloody Rain are sharing a horse. There's more than enough to go around if you all want one, but obviously Azura has to go into cart.
Yeah.
You follow the Bloody Rain, making all haste. Azura, if you wake up a day and a half later, being racketed about on the back of a shoddy, stinking cart, but it appears as if blue skies are what await you as your eyes open.
My arm bloody hurts. Did I get the
Yeah.
fucker?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you
did.
killed them.
Aye, that's worth a little pain in the arm. Where are we?
You are
I'll go back to
halfway.
take it off.
We're halfway to Siegfriedhof, Azurith. Also, you're lucky that you still have your arm attached. As Gabrielle did a very good job in, well, making sure you didn't die.
Considering
No,
my
but you're
arm
still
smells-
alive to begin with.
Considering that my arm still smells like bacon, I think you had a hand in that too.
I just made sure you didn't bleed out. And I'll-
Thank you.
Okay, it turns out that the healing poultice involved, this one specifically involved pig fat, and that's all you can smell. Like, you can't even smell the bacon anymore, it's just the pig fat.
Aye, where's Damatus?
He's a little bit ahead of our group.
Okay. At
Oh.
least that bloody bloodsucker is dead.
And don't worry, I made sure to burn him to the ground. He's now a Palavesh.
There's bigger problems, though.
The fact that there was nowhere near enough people there to form an army.
Yeah, Damafis is convinced that they're marching on Sacred Hof.
In that case, I better get myself in shape again. Ah. I sit upright.
I have a hard time believing that they could just walk past us and we didn't notice.
Could have taken an alternate route. Was the fact that probably the army would have consisted of undead, which means they don't care about pitiful things like sleep and all that nonsense.
Yeah, there's that and that and stuff.
Anyways, I test my arm a bit. That's still a little bit sore, but
Pig fat smell intensifies.
I am getting hungry by the smell of my own arm. That's kind of weird. Anyway, I think it's good enough to smash some more vampires in. I think it'll do just fine.
Yeah, we're still minutes away from Siegfriedhof. What you should do is lay back and just relax for a bit. You're no use to anyone if you're still, well, not at 100%.
Yeah, in order to get 100%, I should probably do some more training. I can let the arm rest though. Are we stopped at the moment, or?
No.
I think we're
You're
riding,
You're still moving.
Okay.
which is why I've not said anything, because I'm riding separately.
Okay. Alright. Next up we have, I'm gonna do a bit of running and everything I need to get. How long have I been asleep?
Day and a half.
About a day.
That explains why I'm very thirsty.
After another day of hard riding, Dimzid is brought back to your group. He has somehow, very nimbly for a dwarf, got off the cannon, got onto a horse with someone else riding it, and then has been delivered to your cart. He informs you the bloody rain will be of no use. He wants as many of you as possible to sleep in the cart, and he's going to explain to you how to operate the cannon.
Hey, what do you mean the bloody rain's not going to be of any use? What the fuck have they been doing then?
They kill the horses, said riding up by the cart at the time.
Aye, them
Or at least
What?
he does, looking forward to the constant path of noise.
I admire Damatus's courage, I'm gonna say, but that man has no idea how to get the most miles out of his horse. Then again, he doesn't have 5 decades of experience with the damn things.
I don't think he understands how to get the most miles out of his own men.
He's, I think he is pretty much like a cannon. I think describing him as a cannon is pretty much the best way to best analogy I got for the man.
Yes, with your help, we can operate the cannon.
Yeah, let's actually go back to the actual cannon. How the fuck do we operate that thing?
Dimzid explains to you. He runs you through over the next day. Your group is given the opportunity to rest on the cart. The others are not. They are riding throughout the night. After 2.5 days of travel, your group is at least somewhat refreshed, whereas the bloody rain look dead on their feet, but you hear the sounds of battle in the distance now. The clanging of weapons, the screams of pain, and the heroic charges, the sounds of men fighting for their very lives. After you are about half a day away from Siegfried Hof, you unmount from your cart, load the cannon, and prepare to move into combat. You're not entirely sure what you were expecting. The noise, from what you could hear, there was clearly a large battle going on. People crying, metal being smashed against metal. But then you see it, the walls of Siegfried Hof, and the armies of the undead at their gates. You see littered across the battlefield hundreds of bodies, and the defenders of Siegfried Hof are dwindling. One last formation has been carried out. One last chance to push the hordes back. They do not seem to have noticed their reinforcements, who have turned up far out of their view.
Alright, that's a lot of them dead. I say we take out the bloody necromancers. I stand up just happily, like my arm is no longer hurting as much. Just like I'm fully gettable. Just who's with me?
I say we get that cannon into position and wreak some havoc.
I say we blow all those fucking necromancers are all standing nice in a line. I say we aim at it then and blast all their heads off clean in one shot.
Have you been paying attention to anything Dresden told us?
Yes, and that was a joke.
Dimzid quite agrees. As he turns to Azurath and aye, fucking right. Let's get the cannon into position. We only have three shots. We have to
They
make them
notice
count.
us. I'll draw the undead off with one of the horses. But I assume we've had like our horses tied to the cart, walking alongside it.
Sure.
I always forget Bill or Ted, which is the one with the shield.
That'd be
Ted's
Ted.
the fighter.
I just, you're good to go to fight all?
Yeah.
Alright, because we're gonna be standing here protecting the cannon in case some of those undead walkers come this way.
We'll do our best. I'll do my best. Bill climbs down off the cart with him, as well as the Bloody Rain. They create a forward defence for you. Should any arrows or magic be fired, it will hit them first. You all help Dimzid to move the cannon into position. It is a giant, heavy thing, constructed of wrought iron. You are shocked at just how much effort it takes, even using the horses a little to reposition it. But it is soon in position. You follow Dimzid's instructions precisely, bringing the cannon up to bear. And then you see it. You see the defenders of Siegfried Hof. Brander stood at the front of his formation, along with Hagrin and the Magus. Belisarius stands with them as well. And a woman you know, who you've seen many times before, steps forwards and begins to sing. As she starts singing, you all feel a renewed vigour within you. You even see the Bloody Rain begin to shake off their fatigue. Renewed strength running through their veins. They stand fast as you hear the defenders of Siegfried Hof charge into the melee before the cries of the undead signal the necromancer's march. You all watch as the hordes of the undead begin charging forwards. Ooh. Did it work? I think it worked. Ah, bollocks, I got them all. Last time this crashed when I tried moving them. The armies of the undead charge forwards, but the necromancers remain where they were, at the back of the line, like cowards. You hear Dimzid counting in Dwarvish. Azura, do you know Dwarvish? I can't remember.
I have asked Hagrid to teach me like some very basics, probably how to count to 10, so I think this I'll understand, but yes. I don't speak full Dwarvish yet.
Very clearly you can hear him counting numbers, but also another word that you're not quite sure what it is. You're fairly intelligent. You imagine it's to do with range. As the defenders of Siegfried Hof charge forwards, you hear Dimzid. Ay, Valhalla, bless my aim. Fire! There is...
What?
Is it Valea? No, it's Valea, the god of the... Am I saying the word? I probably said the word wrong. There is a colossal...
Just say the ancestor gods.
It's the one from... It's what the dwarves say in a certain game. Can't remember what it's called now.
Yeah, but this is one with ancestor gods. That's my aim, I think, would be more correctly, yeah.
A burst of smoke reaches forwards. Your eardrums burn. And you watch...
That's the sound of good war.
As the cannon fires. And strikes. It was meant to... Hang on. Oh, I put it on the wrong square, that's why. It's meant to be in that square. He's meant to strike the first necromancer. His shot flies through the skeleton ranks, sending bone and dust into the air, and you watch as one of the smaller necromancers falls to the ground. But no, more of a bloody mess falls to the ground as a large chunk... Okay, I'm not going to do that. As a large chunk of the enemy falls, Dimzid swears in Dwarvish. Hey, reload quickly! Do what I said!
I already had the fucking I already am holding the cannonball. I'm just like, okay.
Just the other bits are important too.
As one of you swabs
already,
out
like,
the barrel.
dumping the powder and everything.
As one of you swabs out the barrel, another grabs the powder, and then the charge, and then the cannonball. As the armies of the undead turn to see what has come against them, not to aid them as they fought, but now their weapon is turned upon them. You see the necromancer, who is far more immaculate clothing. He is Lysiara, I will give you that he radiates dark energy. But there is shock in his eyes as Dimzid lights again. Another shot rings through the lines, hitting the necromancer, spreading his remains over the remaining. You watch as the armies of the undead begin to fall. As the warriors of Siegfried Hof hear the shot of the cannon and see the devastation on the undead, they charge forwards, surrounding the enemy, eliminating all. You were welcomed into Siegfried Hof as heroes. There are stories told about all of you. There are celebrations and parties that go on for weeks. You were all rewarded heavily for your part in the defence of Siegfried Hof. In some cases, rewards beyond what you could ever have dreamed. As the first series of Mordheim, City of the Damned, concludes, the Restless Grave chapter has ended. Months will go by as you spend your time in Siegfried Hof, and I believe one of your member will leave you and return home. But in those long months, you spend your time talking with Hagrin and negotiating with Branda. These months are not used idly, as your expedition begins to gather pace. And that is where we end the episode. So, I hope you've all enjoyed the first series of this multi-series series. I'd like to thank you all for playing along with the first part, and I hope you look forward to the second. So I hope everyone enjoyed watching this series, and I hope you look forward to the next one. So take care, everyone, and as always, bye bye for now.